with me as I got out of bed and managed to hit dial the entire team. I'm there in the dark, like trying to press every button because, of course, it's. Oh no! Good morning. How are you? I realised I was mid-story and the show had started, so I thought I'd better tell you what's been going on. And I just read Josh's text, was like, did you mean to call me this morning? I thought I was being abducted. The whole room lit up. Yeah, no, sorry about that. I hope you've had a less eventful morning. You may well titter in the corner there, PT. Oh my goodness. Is it the 18th of May today?
It is.
Is it really?
Okay.
Gosh, how did that happen? How are we halfway through May? That's like nearly June. That's like nearly halfway through the year. It's nearly Christmas. What?
That's how it goes.
Oh my God. Do you remember when you were little and birthday to birthday was an eternity? I think I miss it.
For everyone else with summer holidays in the middle, but you didn't have that.
I didn't have summer holidays in the middle. Well, I did,
Your
but my birthday
birthday
was
was
in the
on
summer holidays
Saturday.
because I was a Leo. What have I done with my sneaky, cheeky, snip, snip, snip stuff? Oh, I don't know. Don't know what I've done.
Really happy if I could translate that statement.
Well, I know I've lost stuff this morning. Do you know I was organised? Where am I, kid? I wasn't organised at all. Look, Inga's bought us the mouse. What was his name? Was it Maurice or something?
Elliot the Gentleman Mouse.
Oh, Elliot the Gentleman
I
Mouse.
remember
That's not a
this.
teddy bear.
I was engaged to someone called Elliot.
You were engaged
he
to
was
someone
not a
called
gentleman.
Elliot. Oh, he was not a gentleman, hence not being engaged or married to him now. So we're awkward. Right, do you want to see him very quickly? As Inga has made this little chap for us. She was very proud of herself. He's the little crochet mouse. He's rather more lovely in the flesh, isn't he? Inga's feedback was, it's a lovely beginner's make if you've done a little bit of crochet before. Otherwise, he's just a lovely make. And it's not a kid's thing because look, his tail is wiry so that he can stand up and be gentlemanly everywhere. There he is. Morning, Elliot. The not married to Gemma mouse. In other news, I would love your feedback, please, because obviously Jane is going to do her block of the month. Yay! But I quite fancy doing an applique block of the month. This is a Lisa Chandler, so we know it's going to be amazing. And you've got 9 different florals in there, all giving you a different applique technique. Do you fancy doing it with me? Do you? Because we'll do it once a month like Jane does hers. And it's written by someone who actually knows what they're talking about, so that's fabulous. And if you fancy doing it, we can look. These are the 9 blocks. Let me show you. I mean, yeah, that's your maple block. And I've sourced the fabrics and everything. That's your clematis block, you know, just in the hope that someone might want to stitch along with me. That's your chrysanthemum. I can't say it. How can you say it and I can't? Why is what?
I have to be able to do some things
You have to be able to do
It's
some things
only
like that.
fair.
Chrysanthemum. Hey, I can
go.
do it. Oh, happy day. It's just one of those words I get all in a twist over. The Japanese iris block. Yes. Bamboo block. Yeah, I love this. It looks like a bonsai tree. I always wanted a bonsai tree. Did you want a bonsai tree? Or was it just me? It's just me, okay.
Surrounded by them at one point.
You were surrounded by them. Why were you surrounded by bonsai
Another
trees?
ex-boyfriend story.
Another ex-boyfriend
Have
story.
loads of them.
Ginger
Now I
block.
don't
Look at
fancy
these.
all over again.
I think because I'm big, I always wanted small things.
That's
So
why you chose me.
that's why I chose you. Wisteria block. Rather stunning. My wisteria is looking quite good, isn't it, in front of the house at the minute?
Stunning.
And then that's your aster. So if you fancy, pop a little bit of love in the old comments, and we'll get that underway. It's not going to be a subscription where you have to have it. or anything like that. It will be, we'll set you off with all of the backing and everything first of all, and then each month it'll just be a few fat quarters, which I'm hoping you might like. And where did all the comments go? Ah, here we go. Who's here? Who's I did that thing this morning of walking around with 2 pairs of glasses on my head, going, oh, hang on, there's just one little heart. Oh, was that some love for that? Yeah. Who have we got? Rona, good morning, and Helen, good morning, and Jane, hello, and Kirsty, good morning, and Severin, good morning, and Jan, hello, and Heather, and Susie, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Naomi, good morning, Colette, hello, good morning, Judy. She loves the Dash Hound ribbon. The ribbons, there's a whole story about the ribbons. We'll get to those in a minute. Ali G, good morning. Good morning, Claire. I'm on a can't be bothered day, so I'm sat watching you, cup of tea and biscuits in hand. That is, oh, look at all that love, thank you. That is not a bad idea, not a bad idea at all. Good morning, Natasha and the lovely Makes team. The sun is shining. It is, Pam, it is. And what a lovely day it is too. Morning, Grace, morning, Myra. Oh, you're getting old, that's what we call it. I don't want to get, I mean, I know the alternatives aren't great, but, you know, I don't feel old. Well, I mean, to be fair, if you'd seen me trying to do some exercises with the kids yesterday, you'd have just laughed and said, ha, you used to be an athlete. Laurie, good morning. She's loving the little mouse. He's rather gorgeous, isn't he? He is rather gorgeous. Oh, Claire loves the mouse in shout capitals. There we go. Morning, Jojo. How are you, my love? And Naomi, she's a lovely mouse. I love a bit of crochet. Well, do you know what? He's there. He's on the website. We've only got a handful of them. Yeah, Myra says Elliot is lovely too. We don't do we don't do crochet because I'm really rubbish at it. Morning, Avril. Morning, Christy. Morning, Lorraine. Yes, please, for the block of the month. Oh, yes, please, said Naomi. A plique scares me a bit, but a good way to face my fears. Yes, so we'll all be learning together. In fact, if you watch the Lisa Chandler interview, I think she might have even spoken about that in the interview. I can't remember. Oh, I thought Jane was doing it. It's Natasha. Oh, this is going to be fun, said Lisa. Well, no, Jane was going to, and then I thought, actually, I really want to learn that applique. And I know that, Lisa, you will give me any top tips and what have you. Jane's got lots of other things tucked up her sleeve, so I'm going to do that one. Yeah, good. Thanks to Anne of Green Gables, I can spell chrysanthemum. Yes, please, says Judy. Oh, good. Susie, yeah, so we will have Jane's block of the month, which is gorgeous, and we will have this one as well. So, you know, there we go. But we're going to make them all really affordable. It's going to be great. Ginny, greetings to Natasha team and fabulous fans shooting off for a Zoom meeting. Oh, Ginny, you enjoy your Zoom. Morning, Karen. Oh, sunny Cotswolds, Jennifer, lovely. Morning, April. Right, there we go. Please show me something pretty and strokeable, says Cass. I've had a day. I can show you something very beautiful. Oh, Natasha, love the satchel bag behind you. Will you be demonstrating it? This one? Yes, I am waiting for, this is one of Lisa's, strangely enough. I have just ordered the fabric for that. Lisa needs to send me some more of that because I sold it all and add it to the list, Lisa. I think she only watches the show so that she can get my order. In fact, I haven't spoken to you for a couple of days. It feels weird. I'm just waiting for these clasps to come in because they're a bit gorgeous. So it's all going to happen. Someone sent us a lovely email yesterday saying, oh, thank you very much for all your shows. When are you going to 5 days a week? I'm like, blimey, I couldn't keep up. Could not keep up. Our little team works so hard. Right, do you want to see what we're making today? Then we'll talk ribbons and everything. I've got glittery PU and everything. So let me move this out of the way. Right. We were thinking about Father's Day. Yesterday we did Hi, Elliot. We did the glasses case, didn't we? Which, if you do it in cork, looks rather fabulous and manly. Or obviously in cave, always looks pretty awesome. So that was our easy flexi frame sunglasses case. I demoed it on Hochanda in cork. Or did I just make the sample? No, I did it in fabric, but the sample is in cork. We've got the rest of that cork on the show today. I mean, yeah, anyone would think I needed glasses, right? So I know where they are. It's fine. They're all there. And so they make great Father's Day gifts. And then I was thinking about the sort of things that my husband likes. Because, I mean, Stephen watches football, but I wouldn't say that, like, he doesn't wear football shirts or anything, so I can't really buy him anything. Well, plus he supports West Ham, so I refuse to buy him anything football-based. That in the house. Sorry, I've probably offended a lot of West Ham fans. They just always seem to be losing. I don't understand. I was like, Stephen, because he doesn't really have any affiliation to West Ham now. Like, couldn't you just pick one that wins more? Like, Freddie supports Manchester City because his great uncle Fred, hence the name, used to play for them. So he's got like a connection. So he supports them. I understand that. I can get behind that. I understand that completely. Anyway, so I digress. Oh, do you love a quick football rant? So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Father's Day gifts. So it was a case of what else? What else can we do? And actually, Stephen is Mr. Device. He's got tablets and Surface Pros and this and that and the other. And I just worry, because they're always in his car rattling around somewhere, or the kids have got them all. I want them safe. So it dawned on me that what I should do is this. So I have made, and you might recognise this from yesterday, Lewis and Diary. You know, I said yesterday, wouldn't that fabric be great for Father's Day? Yes. So that's from the Lewis and Irene range, and then a little strap that I have made out of one of the contrast fabrics. But, for this it's absolutely fine. But I've also designed this so that ribbons can be used as well. We will talk about the ribbons. Again, I haven't forgotten about them in one moment. Okay. So what it means is you can. So I've got in some finer cork. This is the Earthen Fleck. It's beautiful, beautiful cork. But then what about sewable paper? Now, don't ever iron this. That is the thing. And I quite like the scrunchy look that it gets. But here we go. I thought again, so this is like just the opposite. There you go. There's that bit there. To this. And what I've done is I've made it so that you can use things like your sewable paper and your cork. All right. And we have got on the show today, but you can also use PU. Glittery PU. That is being loaded as we speak, because I completely forgotten I'd even bought it. But isn't it fabulous? Glittery PU. Yes. And then this is the Earthen Fleck cork. Now, this isn't like the quilted one. It's much, much finer. So it just sews up like, well, look, it's on a carrier sheet. It's on a cotton carrier sheet. So it sews up exactly like you would a normal cotton. It is, just use it like you would a cotton. That's all. That's all I did with it. I didn't do any special feet or anything, blah, blah. Just normal cotton. So if you are making a bag with this, and I have done, it's in the hallway, then use the contrast base bag instructions, not the cork base bag instructions, because that was for the quilted cork. This will go with the other one. And then look, if you wanted a bit of cork with a bit of glitter and glamour, because, you know, maybe you're not going to celebrate for Father's Day and you want something for yourself, because it's rather fabulous. Isn't that beautiful? You've got a little flecks of gold behind there. Yeah, I'm really limited on this. I think I've got 6.5 meters left and that's it gone. So, oh, do you want to see how glittery that PU is? Wait for it. Yep. Yep, yep. So there you go. That is going to be rather fabulous, I think. I haven't used it yet. I'm excited to. And then the sewable paper. It's called synthetic paper. I call it sewable paper because you... Oh, Elliot. Because, look at it. It is just like paper. And that is what we did that one in. I love the fact that it looks like a, you know, a scrunched up paper bag. I rather like that. So we've got it in that dark one. These are being loaded again as we speak. Poor Gemma's like, oh, you've got a different colourway I didn't know about. This is the tan. Love that. And then this is a beautiful light colour one. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, I have got entire projects for the paper pouch, and actually, just trying to think if I did I do the paper pouch? Hang on, bear with me for 1 second, peeps, because I do have a paper pouch somewhere. So the paper pouch that I originally did was this one. And the reason I know where it is because I keep all our passports in it. So that was the original paper pouch. Because, you see, you don't actually, it doesn't fray. So it's great for using on lots of things. So that's on the website as well, all of those instructions. We're going to make those today. Let's talk, the other thing that's going on the website for you today as well is this. Now, this is from Tilda. This is the brand new fabric from Tilda. This is the Garden Life Charm Pack. We have got part of the collection in, the rest, but they sent it in 2 shipments. And of course, one shipment is delayed and stuck, so we won't get that until the end of June. I have 3 different chambrays and 3 different fabrics from this collection. If you are after the whole collection, then charm packs are the way forward for now if you love your Tilda. I tell you what, you couldn't write it right now. You just couldn't write it, which brings me on to the ribbon story. I don't know sometimes how I keep my cool. Because this, I've never run a business like this before, and then I started obviously in the middle of actually at the start of a pandemic, so everything was going so well, but then pandemic and Brexit meant that imports have been a nightmare. You then throw in things like the Suez Canal, that's put 4 weeks delay on a lot of fabrics. Honestly, you couldn't write it, could you? You absolutely couldn't write it. So these ribbons I ordered on the 5th of January. It was the first working day back after Christmas and the New Year and everything. Or maybe it was the 4th or 5th. I ordered these. So excited, thought, yep, they'll be here by the end of the month. So I really wanted these as well. I just think they're beautiful. So then what happens is they arrive, they're in the country. I can see that they are in the country, but no one is giving me any import taxes to pay or paperwork or anything like that. And this goes on. There's no tracking available, just in transit, no tracking. And then the day that they send me the paperwork to pay for all of the import taxes, I ring up immediately, because I'm very excited for my beautiful ribbons, immediately to pay it. And they're like, well, no, it's been in the country too long. It's been sent back to America. I'm like, what? No. So then I had to wait for it to get back to America, to then be reshipped out with a different company that would actually send us the paperwork and get it processed. Honestly, it's just been one thing after another. So I have never been so grateful to see ribbon in my entire life, ever, because this has been an ongoing thing. So at the end of all that, I really hope you like them. Yeah. So thank you very much, Renaissance Ribbons, for actually managing to get them to us this time. They've been very, very patient. They're like, we haven't got it back either. So. Oh, good. Lots of you want the applique blocks. This is, excellent news. Oh, Susan says, what have I missed? Reblock of the month. I'll show you, Susan, in a minute. Sunny in Warrington. Oh, Lesandre, good morning. Early 4 a.m. coffee time in Louisiana. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous. Gosh, look at you watching. Hello. Oh, I like that pouch. I could make a bigger one to disguise the laptop if it's ever in the car. Right, so Claire, this is the other thing. Exactly that. I'm going to make one for my laptop so that I can actually do some work when I go over to Ho Chandra in between shows. And so the instructions are 2-part. Because, personally, I think that makes just a great clutch. And I'm going to show you how to make it to be a great clutch, just as is. And I've been really careful with the interfacing on this so that it will maintain its shape and it can just be a great clutch. Or, if you want it, I've also done the instructions with like a little bits to fill out so that you take the measurement of your device and you tailor make it to your device, because there are so many on the market now, different shapes, different sizes. I've done that so that you can tailor make and make the measurements to make it for your own device. Okay, that's what nearly fried my brain this morning, was trying to work out how to do all of that. So that is done. Josh is just perfecting it. It will be a digital download later, or if you want it, then the physical copies will be sent out. So. I mean, you could imagine it, can't you, in all of Lisa's fabrics as well. It would just be stunning. Ridiculously stunning, especially with all of her border fabrics and stuff. And oh yes. Anywho. Right, so do you want to have a look at these ribbons as they're here now? I feel like I'm slightly wild today. So let's have a look at this one, because so many of you have been saying, ooh, dash hounds. I'm not going to lie, you're lucky that there are any, because Gemma's got dash hound. She's our resident dash hound queen. Do I say that? Is it? Sorry, I think you're taking focus there, Mr. Mouse. There you go. I mean, dogs in coats, right? If you are wondering why these ribbons... Dachshund, says Gemma, Dachshund. Can I just point out that they are so beautifully woven. These are not printed, these are woven. And on the back of them, there's all of that. They are really, the backs are almost as beautiful as the front, to my mind, but they are exquisite. And this is why we wait 5 months for them to come from America. For those of you that love Tula Pink, I got you the raccoons. But again, just look at the back, look at the detail. How much has to happen in order to get this occurring? You see, I would just be making a cushion with a tealy coloured one side and a pink the other, with that down where the fabric goes from one colour into the next. I can't lie, these are not cheap, but because of the work that goes into them. Look at this, isn't this just beautiful? Just beautiful. I have a feeling that this was based on like an Amy Butler one. That doesn't say. And we know that she's not designing anymore. I just have a feeling. Does it say there? No. Right, if you love your Tula, how about a spot of monkey wrench? I mean, he's a monkey and he's carrying a wrench. Yes, I know. He's fabulous, isn't he? Sticking with Tula, what about Mr. Panda? Oh, how we love you, Panda. Look at him. Isn't he beautiful? Now, we've also got, this is also Tula, and you've got all of your scissors and everything else. So, you know, that's rather gorgeous. Can you see the face hidden in there? And the scissors and everything. That's from her handmade range. Now, if you want the designer ribbon pack, I have a limited number of these. How beautiful is that? All Tula pink. And of course it's just a rainbow of colour. Absolutely stunning. Now, if we're looking at designer packs, then what about a Kaffe designer pack? Again, utterly beautiful. When you see Brandon, he always has one of these ribbons around his hat. And they use them on the inside of their shirts as well. They are just so beautiful. So, so beautiful. I mean, for me, I'm just going to make one into a lanyard. Along with lots of other things. Now, had this been here yesterday during the show, then I'm sure anybody buying the Lewis and Irene Queen Bee would have gone for a bit of the bee there. Beautiful. Have we got a favourite? What's your favourite? Oh, I love this one. Look at this. I love that with the checkerboard behind. Aren't they beautiful? Aren't they beautiful? Just exquisite. Just exquisite. And then I thought, you know, with just black and grey, how simple is that going to be? Really gorgeous. So what I thought we'd do with these is we'll put them up for sale just by the metre, and then if you want some projects, and obviously we're going to have a project today, look at the owls, but if you want other ideas as to what to do with them, then we can do that in another show. Aren't they just fabulous? I do rather love them. What else have we got in here? So I think this is a very, very pretty too. That just appealed to me. Absolutely beautiful. And then, how about that? Isn't that gorgeous? I have a feeling that might be an Amy Butler one as well. I could be wrong. It doesn't really say. And I can't find it. Can't find it on their website again. Because a lot of these, since the order went in, have been discontinued. I was so on trend. So they are your options today. And again, this was my first order just to see if it was something that you wanted, something if you liked, and if it is, then we can always get more. Might take 5 months, but we can always get more. There's always a way, right? Always a way. So that's what we've got on the show for you today. Oh, and also back in stock is the heat press batting together tape. So if you've got lots of bits of wadding, you can just use this to seal them together so that you don't have to buy a new piece of wadding. You can just make do and patch them all together. Really, really useful. And also the magic clips. Gemma said, am I taking one out for you? I'm like, no, I've got clips, fine. So, yep, absolutely, I need one of these today. Of course I need one of these today. So, yeah. There we go. Let's sit up there for now. So there we go. We're going to get making in a minute. We've got ribbons. We've got a project. Who was it wanted to just see? I think it was Susan. Missed the block of the month. So Jane's going to do her block of the month as she explained to you, but let me just show you the applique one that I am suggesting might be a nice idea for us to do, you and me, because I want to learn more about applique. So this is the finished quilts, 9-block finished quilt. It's by Lisa Chandler. There's your maple block, your clematis. It's a 72 page I just think they're beautiful. 72 pages in this in these instructions, so we will break it down because that will be quite daunting, and we'll do it month by month, and in 9 months we'll have the most beautiful quilt, right? There we go. So that's that. So that's what we were talking about, Susan, and everyone was like, yay, let's do that. It's just something a little bit different to offer you. So what I want to do going forwards is to bring you different ideas, different things that you can get on board with. You might want to make one of those into a cushion front. You might want to sign up and get involved for the whole quilt. It's not going to be a sign up, by the way. I've managed to source the fabric. So just to recap, Jane's block of the month that she did, we had to have sign-ups because because the fabric ended up being so tricky to get hold of. This fabric I have sourced, and I know that I can get more of it as and when I need it. So it means that we don't have to sign you up for it as a subscription model. You can just be there each month and get it. And then if you love a block and you want to do 2 or you want to make extra cushions, we can offer you that extra fabric. So you know, we are learning from the pandemic and everything else as to what works and what doesn't. Right, shall we get making? Should we do that? Let's do it. So I thought we've seen now, we've seen this pouch made with a cork, with the gorgeous Lewis and Irene fabrics from yesterday. Very manly, very masculine, fabulous. But what happens if we just do fabrics? So the front part of it is done with Styleville Fix, okay, because I want it to keep its shape. I want that rigidity, and if you are putting a device in, I want the front bit to really protect that screen so that it can go, it can be carried, it can go in a bag, it can do whatever it needs to do and protect that screen. But the back part of it is going to be in your H640, so it's easier to maneuver. It's still got that that plushness, that wadding, and we are all good to go. Right. So of course I kind of want to do it in the glitter now as well. That wasn't I'd forgotten I had it. It arrived when I was on air and got put to one side, so I'd completely forgotten that I'd had it. And then I was like, oh, hang on a minute. And of course, don't forget our normal PUs. I don't know if someone could bring me through an example of each of the PUs that we've got, because we do the PUs, the quilted PU bundles, which these would look fabulous in as well. So you will either take your measurements for yourself. I'm going to put a different thing of oobry doobry what's it in there. La 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 la. Thread, it's called. Different thing of thread. Because I am, I'm in white at the moment, which is not the best one at all. Here we go. Right, let's go Gutermann today. So this is Gutermann's sewable thread. Yeah, it's the one that they have made out of the plastic. Oh, hi Jane. Thank you so much. Jane has just very fabulously brought us the other PUs. So you can get them in a bundle of black, champagne, bronze or navy. La 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 la. Oh, helps if I actually switch it, doesn't it? There's me going, oh yeah, look at that, look at that, look at that. There we go. Or if you want the lights, then there's silver, ivory, rose gold is a stunner. Gold or silver. They are your options. And they are big fat quarters. Big, huge, massive. Because they come off a large bolt. Right, what do I need now? I'm sure there's stuff I need. I need a bobbin. I need a bobbin. Bear with me, caller, because it's got to be a dukey bobbin. Can't have any old bobbin, can I? Eh? Oh, what's gone on here? Are you all right, by the way? Should we just check in with you, and then we'll get crack-lacking on. Gosh. Oh, loving them, especially the pandas. Yeah. Can only see one collection of the Cafe ribbons. How? Right. Oh, morning, Christine. Watching on YouTube. So see you on the other side. Hello. Christine, we need to sort out those details, my love. I haven't been on my if people I always feel bad because I don't really pick up Facebook messages very much because there's just not enough time in the day or night. Oh, way up! I can hear the
collection of the Cafe ribbons.
Yeah, there are two different collections, but someone can only find one.
Oh, that'll be because there's only one listed on the invoice. So I just need to know what quantity we have of each sold.
Oh, I've got one of each in here. And the others are on the side.
Okay, there's one, see.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry, I should have done this, shouldn't I, really, before the show? So this is the Gutermann thread that's made from recycled bottles, which sits very happily for me. I like that, and it's I use it quite a lot. I like it. We've got it now individually because we've got beautiful ribbon pack. We've got beautiful rainbow packs of it on the internet, but also we've got just sort of, if you just want to try a spool, you know, treat yourself. Why not? Right, let's just do this. La 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 la, just talk amongst ourselves whilst I do my bobbin. Marilyn, sorry I'm late. What's the make today then, please? Just bear with us and we will show you. Will I be getting any more of the floral cork? I wasn't going to, but I can. Oh, and yeah, you can with the ribbons you can make all sorts of things with them. You can make pouches, you can make book covers, you can make all sorts. Yeah, they are incredibly useful because they're not flimsy like a ribbon. Well, you'll see. Stay tuned and you'll see. So far, for those of you just joining us, we have shown you today's make in cork, in sewable paper. The principle is exactly the same. And we're going to make it in fabric now so that we can use the ribbons, because the ribbons are going to be fabulous. So we are going to have, to the front, we're going to have our Styleville fix. So I've done that. I've already fixed that on. And you'll see there's a little gap around the outside, 1/4 of an inch, just so it's easier to sew, less bulk and all of that. Okay, and then I'm going to go with a red lining because I want to use either the panda or the monkey wrench. So right sides together with this. And if you want to, I mean, if you want to, I'm going to use these new clips as well because they're rather good. The other thing to bear in mind is you can either slip stitch your turning through gap shut, or you can, what I've done is ever so slightly on the bottom, leave just slightly more on the bottom, or just trim your Starville back even, you know, just take a tiny little bit more so that you can turn your seam allowance under and close the gap as you sew. I will show you if that's not making any sense. So when we take this to the machine, we're going to start, well, I'm going to start over here. Have I managed to ruck that up already? This is why I should clip all round, right? And these clips are great because you can measure how far in you're clipping as well, and sew over them as well, which is always helpful. 1/4 of an inch, dink, dink, dink. Oh. I've taken it. There we go. Needle down, turn that corner. Turn again. Oh, I've overshot the mark. There we go. Back one. Oh no, I haven't. There we go. And then down we go again. So you're going to sew 3 sides, and on the bottom leave your turning through gap. Just bear in mind, if you are working with a patterned fabric, then you might want to just bear that in mind. So we've gone around 3 sides. That was right sides together. The red that I am using today, let me show you, is a linen texture. So it's got a bit of richness, it's got a bit of texture in there. Fabulous, love that. Clipping back these corners so that they can be, do you know, between yesterday and today, I've lost my turny pokey through tool. Anyway, we're gonna, whoops, turn this through. Yes, we are. Do you know, I've just thought, I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. Jane, what are we doing on tomorrow's show? Going for the old-fashioned pokey bit of wood instead. There we go. Oh, that doesn't sound right, does it? There we go, one of those. This is where, because they listen in the other room. Oh, the Imperial House quilt. Beautiful with the fans. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, we've got a stunner coming up tomorrow. Right, so here's the thing, right? You can either turn your seam allowance under and slip stitch. I'm going to press that. Please, 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 if you are using the sewable paper, do not iron it, even through Teflon ironing sheets. Do not do that. Okay, just don't do it. What you can do with the sewable paper is, of course, it folds really beautifully. So just fold it and do that. Now, there we go. press those seams under. You can slip stitch these shut now if you wish. I'm lazy. Not going to do that. But what I did actually discover that you could do is, this is my new favourite thing, run a bit of your glue pen along there, turn that under, and use that to just baste it shut, because we're going to sew along there later anyway. So if you top stitch that bottom edge later, then you're going to be all right. If you go in with a 1/4 inch seam, if you're going a bit larger, then you might just want to pop a little stitch in to hold that. But I did this earlier on both of mine and it did the trick. So what I would then do is get one of these little clips just to hold it. So that glue will just dry and hold it there like that. Which is pretty good. There we go. So we're going to, that's the front done, and we're going to put that to one side. Now let's do the back pieces. Now on this one, there we go. That's going to be our lining fabric. I've attached the interfacing to the lining actually. Now we could of course just go for a plain, straightforward, straight edge, but a bit boring. So what I've done instead, pop them right sides together, and we'll just taper that top edge. Dee, 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 dee. I do like these. I didn't think I needed them, and I've done nothing but use them this morning. I'm like, oh no, oh I do need them. Do you know what else I need? I need my big ruler. Where is my big ruler? Ah! I tidied it away. I can't reach it because my desk is too big. Off. There we go. Right. So you want to find your middle point, do that however you wish. However you choose to do that. There we go. That's my midpoint there. And then I would just mark down an inch or so. Just, you know, do it either side. And all this does is just give it a slight detail. That's all. Okay, so, and then just cut that away. Do, 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 do. Obviously you don't want to use your massive ruler here if you've got all your clips in. There you go. And then once again, we are going to sew all the way around, leaving seam allowance at the bottom. If you want to do it from this side so that you can see where you've kept your seam allowance, then do. The other thing is that of course when you get to the top, you do have to go through a bit of wadding there, but then you know when you've got to the top because you'll hit that uncovered bit, if you know what I mean. So let's go again. Here we go. These are really brilliant, quick, easy makes. And everyone that came in today was like, they knew someone that needed it. I've put these clips in upside down, haven't I now? I've just switched it around. Everyone was like, oh yeah, no, such and such could do with that. Or I'd love to make that for so-and-so. Because everyone has technology, don't they? And that's the thing. We want to keep it safe. It's not cheap. But you know me, I also want a make that is going to be effective. I'm just going to check because I'm not sure if I did that right up. Yeah, so that should have gone up to there. I might just unpick that a little bit and just redo that. Is that going to show? No, we'll be all right. So clip the edges. Again, this just reduces your bulk. If you want to use your walking foot, by the way, with this, then do. That is absolutely fine. And then turn it through. Easy so far, yeah? Easy, easy peasy. So down we come, easing out these edges. Here we go. I am trying to get hold of the pokey tool for you, by the way. There we go. So give that a little press. Over here, I'll give that a little press there. Making sure we've got all those corners in. And the thing is that you can make sure that those edges are all nice. So you can still stick your hand in there. And then down there. And again, with these seams, turn them under. This is slightly easier because the H640 isn't as thick as the Styleville Fix. Okay. Now if you can make that straight, great. Just give that a little press. And again, if you want to baste it, then do. I found it just helped me keep everything where I needed it to be when I came to sew later. So we have now got a front, there, and a back. Okay, now this is obviously going to flip over like that, looking chic, right? With a little pop of red around the sides. Okay, but we want something to hold that down. So what do we think? What do we think? Yes, yes? Or do we want to go, actually this is rather lovely too. Quick ribbon audition. Oh, that's a bit gorgeous, isn't it? But That's got pinks and purples and I've gone for a red. Hang on a minute. What about this one? Ooh, that's a bit gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that. Have we got opinions on this? Anyone? 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 This would also be rather gorgeous. But again, I probably would have done a blue lining for that. The monkey wrench would also be fab and would actually pick up the red. So I think for me today, it's between the monkey wrench, this beauteousness, or the panda. What do we think? What do we think? I'll give you a moment to think about that. They are your auditioning ribbons. Have a little think and let me know below. Tell me what you think. Oh, low! Those wombles keep disturbing you. That's no good, is it? Rose, the block of the month isn't on the website yet. It's I was just asking if people wanted it, because there's no point in me buying in all the fabric if people go, oh no, we don't like that. I think it's beautiful, so I'm not really worried, but I just wanted to see what the reaction was. I'm trying to multitask. Bookwork and sewing is apparently asking too much of my brain cells. Now, which one is going to win over the other? Well, I mean, this is pretty. Fiona's put an out of office message. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh no, you don't sew over the clips. You place them. They've got like 1/8 of an inch that you can mark them to. That you marker on there, so that you just sew next to them. And the foot just glides over the top. That's that. Don't actually. Oh gosh, no. They do come with instructions. Let's see. Let's have a look. Susan, no, we haven't started Jane's new block of the month. That starts next month as well. Don't worry. We'll put it all in a newsletter for you. Oh, Lisa's got a blinky stinky headache. Oh, I hope you feel better. That was me yesterday. I wasn't making any sense. Anyway, I'm scrolling down trying to see if we have decided. Monkeys, panda, monkeys, panda. Even though my monkey wrench is my favourite. The green and red, the flowers, the monkey wrench, they're all gorgeous. Monkey wrench, the middle one. Monkey wrench. What if it's for a man? Marilyn, let's be honest. Today, this is going to be for me. If it is for a man, then in the instructions, it shows you how to make a fabric strip that will coordinate with whatever you choose to line it with. There you go. So don't worry, the pretty ribbons are for us. Shh. Men can have cork and Lewis and Irene fabric. I mean there is always actually the cork and the dachshund would be gorgeous. Gemma, what about a glittery dachshund wallet? What about a glittery one? Glittery PU and dachshund would be gorgeous, right? Am I right?
And the red blender are almost ready to set live.
Glittery fabric and red blender almost ready to put live. Brilliant. They'll be on the website. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the price. Yeah. I don't know about the glittery one. You have to have a look on the glittery one. Yeah, have a look. Sorry, this is just the boring office side, you know. Gemma wants to know how much they are, and I can't remember off the top of my head because I, like I say, bought them a while ago. Right. Are we going for monkey wrench then? Is that where we went with? What we went with? I do love the monkey wrench. I cannot lie. It is a thing of beauty. Now somewhere I've got lots of tiny half pins. The thing with the panda is that you've got all the... they're rubbish. I hate those little pins, and they're going to go on the floor, aren't they? I have to get Freddie in with his metal detector. I do love that. I'm going to have to make another one and do that. because that's a bit special. That will be an evening going out bag. But you know what? I might actually do that when I come to do my own in a black PU. Ooh, beautiful. To be honest, these are so easy to make. They are not going to take very long at all. Right, so here's the slightly weird thing. Okay, and that is, so we will measure what we need. It's going to be longer than you think. I've got to remember what I said now. This linen blendery fabric is rather fabulous, and it just goes with so many because obviously it blends. Right. I don't want pinking shears. I mean, I have scissors. Right, I have scissors. That's what we do here, is scissors. And I'm still scrabbling about, going, where are my scissors? Oh, they're good. Rather like that. They're from the new gold range. Right, let's pop that back there. Come on, Mr. Monkey Wrench. I'm secretly quite pleased that you chose the Monkey Wrench. I would have been really happy with any of them, to be fair. But I just thought, if you go for a plain black outer, be it PU or whatever, then you can go for a texture or a plain inside. These don't have to cost a fortune to make. And then the exciting beautifulness is going to be your ribbon. So, what I'm going to do is just fold that ribbon over by 1/4 of an inch and stitch down to stop it from fraying. And I'm going to do that both sides. Just by about 1/4 of an inch. You will do exactly the same, by the way, when you make, if you make your fabric strip to do that. Okay. Now, I want it to be about there. But you get to choose, like you get to choose where you want this to be. But I want it to be just up from where this widens, this point widens. And I'm going to mark it off on here. And then I'm going to measure it from the back. There we are. There's that marker point there. I think it's about 3 inches. It tends to be. Let's put it at 3 inches just to be sure. There we go. Okay, because this is going to go, will be in like that. We're going to stitch it in. It's going to go in, and I think it goes in backwards. Let me get this right. I have to double check myself with this because when I did it with the other one, it didn't matter. But if that is clipped in, when that is sewn in, I need it to be, have I got that right? Bear with me just 1 second because that is going to be clipped in there. If I just pin it in, this I've only done it with plain, and then I suddenly thought, oh gosh, I need to get this the right way round. Do I need to do it upside down? Bear with me, I hadn't thought about this. Because that's going to be sewn in there, and then you will turn it through. Ah, you know when I said to you, that needs to be back to front. It does. Bear with me. Because when you do your fabric strip, it, let's just get this right, because otherwise that's going to be a disaster. Yeah, when you do your fabric strip, it's the same both ways. But what's going to happen here, that's the one. That's the monkey. So, in, back to front. I will add this into the instructions exactly for these ribbons, okay? So that you're not having to sit and work this out like I am. My brain doesn't work back to front. So with sewing, I always have to put stuff in and then turn it around and make sure that when I sew it, some people, there'll be those of you that are sitting there going, what is she doing? First of all, what is she doing? And second of all, why can't she just tell that that will do that when it flips back out round the right way? Because my brain doesn't work like that, and everybody's brains work differently. I'm only popping it in by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, that's all it's going to go in by. You don't want it in any more than that. It's going to get taken up twice. And it will look loose, by the way, this side. That's absolutely fine as well. Because it will flip around and under. Okay, we've got those all in the right places. Everything is lined up. Worst case scenario is we unpick it. Shock horror, we unpick. I don't want to, I'd rather avoid. Okay. So what we're going to do is stitch. I'm going to start along here, stitch along here, so that I'm, again, if you've done your, if you didn't slip stitch, then you're going to be all right. I wanted to save the ribbons for a surprise. Right, I've lost my stiletto. I might have to get myself another one. My tailor's awl is great, but it's not my stiletto. If you want to, at this point, just increase your stitch length a bit, by the way, you can. If you want to use a walking foot, then you can. Just tuck anything in. And worst case is if you don't catch that seam, then you just put a few little slip stitches in just to hold it. It's only me being slovenly and wanting stuff done quickly that meant that I didn't slip stitch it together in the first place. So you don't have to be, you know. But this is why I love my stilettos and stuff like that, because I don't want to get my fingers in there at all. Righty-ho. Now, as we stitch up the side here, we are stitching across that ribbon twice. Okay, this is what I mean. If you want to use your walking foot, then do. It would, of course, help if I didn't have 3 rolls of sewable paper and a mouse. Everything is being moved along. But you're just going to top stitch along here, and that's just going to hold everything in place. Go around the top there. If you want to do a little backwards and forwards stitch as well as you go over this bit, then do. So yeah, if you want to, as you start to come over, just do a little backward stitch there, hold everything there. And the only thing to bear in mind that is, because obviously, whee! I'm excited, I hope I've done this right now. So, it's going to be the moment of truth, isn't it? There we go. So that's looking good, looking good, looking good. And we'll snip off any rogue threads. You get that little pop of red. I'm enjoying that. Now, have I done this the right way? Have I, or should I have done them upside down? No, I've done it right! Yay! There they are, that's the monkey. So, there we go. You know how it was tight the other side, loose the other side? I wanted it so that then when it came through this way, it sits, it holds everything in. If I had just popped them in the sides there, then you wouldn't have, there we go. It just wouldn't have worked. I love that. I absolutely love that. And then when you've got your tablet, or if you just want to have it as a pouch, it's sleek, it's sophisticated. You can pop your phone and your credit card in there, no problem. If you then want to pop your tablet in, then you can do so, and then the ribbon acts as the fastening. There it is. And it's still looking super swanky. Do you want to see that ribbon close up? There it is, there it is. Looking gorgeous. There, I mean, easy, quick and effective, even if I did have to just use my head to work out which way around. So just back to front. Same way round, but back to front. That's it. That is it. There you go. And then from the side, you've got those pops of red. From the bottom, those pops of red as well. There we go. I heart this very much indeed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that makes a great gift. And because it's got that Styleville in there, this has got the Styleville in as well. This is with the sewable paper. Fab. There we go. So it's going to hold its shape because it's got the Styleville for that front pouch. And then because it's got the H640, that is very malleable. But again, adding extra protection around the front there. Ba-ba! There you go. There you go. Simple, quick, easy make today. Lots of beautiful ribbons. Tomorrow we are doing the most stunning quilt from Lisa. And if you've seen the fans fabric, and I don't mean the little fans fabric from Lisa Chandler, I mean the big fans fabric, and gone, well, they're beautiful. And I know a lot of you have, because I know how much we've sold, but I don't really know what to do with it. I've just bought it to stroke it. That's okay. We are going to put together for you a beautiful array of fans for you tomorrow. There we go. So there's Andre. Well done with the monkey pouch. Yeah, no, I'm still very pleased with myself. Next time I'm going to go with a non-directional ribbon and save me a lot of sweat. Fiona, oh bless you, she's a very clever lady. Yes, he flipping well did it. But the upside is I don't hoover anymore. He does. Oh yeah, you got bought a hoover for Christmas. Oh dear. Maggie says, well done, Natasha. I love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Alrighty then. Right. Good morning to everybody. I've just seen Ali's there. So yeah, that's the pouch. That's our make today. Be it for, I've called it a technology pouch or glamorous clutch. Whatever you fancy. It's entirely up to you. So they are this morning's makes. Yeah, already done in three different fabrics. There you go. And that's that. Gosh, it's a quick one. Fabulous clutch. That's what I called it, Jem. I can hear her saying fabulous clutch. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this morning's show. It feels like a quick one today. Don't know why. Anyway, tomorrow we will bring you lots of gorgeousness with Jane. Don't forget, pop an Elliot in your basket. He needs a new home. And yeah, I will see you at 10 o'clock with Jane tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, keep sewing, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.